lose.
okay.
Oh, the
Hold on,
box is
he's
coming out.
busted out the frame one.
Oh, you
Let's
know what?
see.
He's trying out
Let's
all
see
of
if it
them.
switches.
Are we seeing the third character?
Competitive Super Smash Bros. Melee is entering the most unique era no one saw coming. This game has always been known to be played on GameCube controllers until the recent popularity of the box controller phenomenon happening over the last few years. Many top players have even considered switching over to using a box due to its benefits over the typical GameCube controller. Box controllers were initially built to help Smash players with hand pain. With how fast and technical Melee is, using the GameCube controller with your hands wrapped around tightly can easily cause hand pain over a period of time. Hax Money was one of the early founders of creating a controller like this due to his own hand pain. Here we are in 2023 now, and the box is taking over more than ever. Not only is the box controller better for your hands, but could also be better for your play as well. There's a lot of controversy about the controller itself due to its overall better features compared to the GameCube controller for competitive play, making very difficult tech almost seamless in comparison, but there has yet to be any defining nerfs done to the controller, so many are making the switch these past few years. And if you hate the box, don't forget to subscribe. Or if you love it, I don't care. Please. Thank you. The date is April 16th, 2023, taking place at Smash Camp in Prescott, Arizona, an Arizona regional having many Southwest top dogs in attendance. This is where we really saw a glimpse at what Melee could become. It's Winners Top 32, and we have two players coming up to the stage. One is Meds, ranked top 42 in the world from Arizona, and the other, Free Palestine, top 94 in the world from Ohio. Both Meds and Free Palestine have tried swapping over to use the box controller due to it being an overall better controller for competitive play. Meds made the switch a couple months ago, but isn't quite as good as he is on controller yet. Free Palestine is using the box only for one character, but why would he be doing that? He's building up his Fox to catch up to his other characters due to the box being so good for Fox. It's also good to know that both of these players use more than one character, otherwise known as dual maining.
Now this is interesting because I kind of don't know how it's gonna go. Because I know Meds is a dual main, Fox Marth, and Free Palestine is a tri main. Plays Fox on a frame one, and Marth and Sheik on controller.
This set is building up to be some crazy counterplay. Their match begins in winner side of top 32 with each competitor being on controller. Both players start off with what most know is their main characters, Meds being Fox and Free Palestine going Sheik. Game 1 goes heavily in Meds' favor, where he takes Game 1 very handedly. This is the beginning of the craziest counterpick war in Smash Bros. History.
Yeah, that's been the theme of this whole game. I think we'll see it the whole set. Is just Meds' pressure is nuts. He is on you. He's pressing buttons. If you have an opening, he'll find it.
Yeah, I could still see a Marth coming out, but again, he could stick Sheik the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. And how, do you know how his Marth is?
I think 0% chance of a Fox Ditto happening.
I believe so, yeah.
But his Marth is really good.
Okay. Oh,
And there it is.
Oh, there it is.
And Med's totally fine going against the Marth.
Yep, Med's obviously historically well practiced against that character.
Game 2, we start to see the counterpick war, with Free Palestine picking his Marth to take Meds' Fox to the final destination. In what is to be a great matchup for Marth, Meds looked very confident with his play. It's now 2-0 with it being in Meds' favor.
Winning on FD as Fox versus Marth is like so huge
big,
for the
so
momentum.
And then you feel so good. You're like, oh, thank goodness.
Oh.
And with Free Palestine's back against the wall, we saw something that has never been done before. Free Palestine switches to using Fox.
But
Short
when
victory.
you're up, it's like, okay, now I can actually lose. Oh,
Hold
the
on,
box
he's
is coming out.
busted out the frame one.
Oh, you know
Let's
what?
see.
He's trying out
Let's
all
see
of
if it
them.
switches.
Are we seeing the third character?
I would love to see
Is
the
he
Fox.
going to Fox Ditto just for fun?
I don't know. Hopefully Meds respects it and doesn't.
And
I wish
Excuse me?
you could see.
did I just hear that?
I wish you could
Fox,
see
okay.
his.
Not only did he change his character, but he switches his controller mid-set. This metagame is getting absolutely insane. Let me have one of my good friends explain why he might be doing this.
Thanks, Jeremy. As a box player, I think I can give some insight on FP's mindset here. Though I have to say it is only insight, as this is well and truly a psycho move. So, in a nutshell, when it comes to the box movements compared to the stick, you don't have anywhere near as much nuance. You're either going or you aren't, and using modifiers for slight movement can be really tricky. So when it comes to characters like Sheik and Marth, where controlling your aerial drift is extremely crucial to the character, it can be very awkward to get used to, and it feels very different to play the characters. Honestly, I just find them more fun on controller as well. This combined with the massive benefits for Fox on box, with improved tech consistency, makes me think that while I would never suggest switching between a controller and a box for any player, since I'm sure it would just slow your progression down, for a player of FP's skill, it's plausible. I'm still scared as to what's going on up there, though, that they would actually make this cool.
Not only does Free Palestine switch characters, but he switches controllers as well. I don't think anything like this has ever been done before. We have seen some other types of counterpick warfare, like when Mewtwo King and Chudat would play, where they even went characters that they wouldn't even consider their main just to win their character's hard counter. We even saw Mewtwo King's Ganon versus Chudat's Fox. What the fuck? Anyway, getting back to the set with Free Palestine down 2-0, how is this going to go for him making the controller switch? I thought it would be a blowout going in Meds' favor with Free Palestine using his third best character on a whole new controller. But surprisingly, looks really good holding his own and even is up 3 stocks to 1 on Meds.
Fox Ditto working out, surprisingly.
Yeah, it really is though.
Free Palestine even takes game 3 with a JV 3 stock.
Get hit by like
That's-
several things, you're done for.
Got stuck in the shine, got nared for it.
Oh, yeah, it
That's
doesn't
gonna be
quite
it.
make it back.
Not switching to Marth against his Fox.
Oh,
There's the
Here it
Marth.
is. And Free Palestine
Running it back
respecting it.
to Pokemon.
This is very impressive in itself, considering Free Palestine is punching above his weight class doing these switches. The counterpick war isn't even over, with Meds now going as Marth against Free Palestine's Fox.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of switching this set.
Yeah. That's a super cool aspect of Melee that you don't see that often, is two people who both main multiple characters getting that counterpick war going. You never really see it. You see maybe one person getting the counterpick, getting that advantage. It's cool to see the switching.
Counterpicking is something in Melee that has become very prevalent, especially over the last 5 years. We even see counterpicks in characters at the highest level in Melee, like when Armada picked up Young Link to really try and beat Hungrybox, since he was tired of a losing matchup of Peach Puff. It even got to Hungrybox that he didn't want to use his Puff against Young Link anymore, and even tried using his secondary Ness or even his Fox. Character counterpicking is becoming more and more common as the years go on. Going back to Armada, he eventually dropped Young Link for Fox, trying to accomplish the same thing, and we saw substantial results, being one of the most dominant players in esports history. We haven't seen much counterpicking other than Mango's Falco or Fox at the top level, but in recent time, Leffen Sheik has had some success. It just goes to show that it works really well if practiced correctly. Many people today are picking up Fox on the box due to it being the most optimal choice. I don't blame them either, since it seems to be the best and or most broken option in the Melee scene right now. Even having many players trying to make the switch or talking about possibly nerfing the box or buffing controllers. Going back to the set at hand, we see Game 4 win the distance, being last stock, but Meds ends up taking the set. And honestly, one of the nuttiest counterpick wars I've ever seen. Free Palestine tried doing something we have never seen before, especially at a high level. Will we see more top players doing these types of things in the future, or will the community start shifting over to using a box more in general? Thanks for watching. How do you feel about the box? Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, go check out my Patreon, where I'll be posting tons of really cool behind the scenes for how this video and previous ones were made. Thank you so much to Challer for being in my video and helping out. If you haven't already, go check out his channel and subscribe. His channel link will be in the description below.
Both people get to say, now you know what it feels like.